All right, I think we're recording, although I didn't hear it. We are popping in today to talk all about action, 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 right? Because if we don't action any of the information that you guys have learned, it's not going to change anything, right? It's just like, we do this all the time, you guys. It's just a human thing. It's a human brain thing where we think we need more information and yet we don't actually act on it, right? We're like, oh, let me just go learn about this thing and we'll get a book or we'll, Google something or, and then we never do anything with it, right? It's one of the reasons why I actually added this in as a new component of this training because my intention is for you guys to actually take action so that you get results. Because if you're not taking action, if you're not getting any results, then it's not serving you at all. So while information is amazing and we absolutely want to have strategy and we absolutely want to know what to do to build and grow our business, we have to implement. We have to do the implementation, right? So really, really important that we implement and take action. So today I am going to share with you ways that you can start creating cash in your business by taking action. How's that sound? If that sounds good, go ahead and pop a chat in. Awesome. I'm getting a thumbs up here. Fantastic. Good, good. And we're going to talk about the short-term strategy to creating cash in your business. So for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, this information has been so incredible this week, and I really want to be inside of Activate, or I really want to work with Chris, but I don't know how to find the money. I'm going to teach you how to do that. So we're going to be talking about how to create a cash infusion in your business. And this does require action. So I am going to be inviting you all to take action on what it is that you learned today within the next 24 hours, because that's the only way things are going to happen. Right? We can't watch a movie about how to ride a bike. We can't just read a book about how to ride a bike. We actually got to get on the bike and start pedaling and start figuring it out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And this is going to be, you guys are getting something pretty special today for being here live. So kudos to you guys for being here live. You are actually getting my entire workbook on how to create a cash infusion in your business. Yep. Typically, we only give this to our people who are inside of our Cash Flow Accelerator course, or for people who actually work with me privately in the Cash Flow Accelerator, or to create a cash infusion, which, by the way, we've got 2 more spots available, and that's about it. So for those of you that want to join Activate Abundance Academy, you get a 30-day private cash flow accelerator with me to help you to create 2 to 10K in your business within the first 30 days of the program. And I can say that everybody who does this with me walks away absolutely making money in their business. All right. So we're going to choose 3 strategies here. This is, by the way, this is a short-term strategy. Why do I call this a short-term strategy? Because this is not something that we use when we are inviting people to work with us. It only goes to our warm market. Okay. So if it's only for our warm market, then it's a short-term strategy because it's what can we do right now to create cash in our business. It's not a strategy that we use for strangers, right? We've been talking about this all week. Strangers cannot buy from you if they don't have an experience of trust with you. So the long-term strategy is what we teach inside of Activate Abundance Academy. And it's also what you guys learned in the Attract module that we talked about, or the Attract training that we did, Track to Nurture, and the Invite. Right? So there is a long-term strategy with what are we doing to grow our business long-term, predictably and sustainably. And that is what are we doing to bring new people into our ecosystem, nurture them, and then invite them to work with us, right? And we talked about when we are inviting people to work with us, we are only inviting people that are in our nurture bucket, our warm market, to work with us. We're not trying to convert a stranger to a buyer, right? We're not running out of our mansion to the sidewalk and try to grab somebody up into the penthouse. Premature marriage proposal. We ain't doing that. Okay. So I want you guys to be clear. This is not about how to turn a cold lead into a buyer, because that don't happen. So we are going to talk about the people that are in your nurture bucket right now. By the way, even if you have not started growing your business, we absolutely do have a minimum of 200 to 300 people in our warm market right now. And you guys can fight me from now until, argue with me on that. And I will absolutely be able to share with you where to find those, because we do. We have in our ecosystem right now, in our warm market right now, 200 to 300 people that already know us, like us, or trust us. We just do. And so if you're unsure about where to find them, then we're going to talk about that today. Okay. So in your warm market right now, we're going to choose one of these three. Okay. Can we agree that we're not going to just like throw spaghetti at the wall with this, that we're actually going to choose one and go all in on it? Yeah. The biggest mistake that many entrepreneurs make is they try to do too much at once and they get frustrated and they kind of go wide instead of going deep. So a cash strategy is we pick one main offer that we're going to go all in on for about the next 30 days. Okay, so we're going to choose one of these. The first one that we're going to look at is creating an easy yes offer. And an easy yes offer is typically priced around $500, and it gives amazing value at a crazy price. It's easily accessible for your client, and it provides a specific result. So they know that what they're going to walk away with. Okay. An example, and I'm just going to give you some examples from my business. Okay. An example of an easy yes offer inside of my business would be the Soul of Your Brand bundle. It is valued over $1,200 because it was actually a live VIP day, and you get the 30-minute session with me to help you with your branding. You get access to the brand archetypes quiz, the cards, the Soul of Your Brand guide, and the recording of the full VIP Soul of Your Brand session. So in order to sign up, typically for the live training, it is $1,000 just to even show up live. So if I was to price this at $497, that's a 50% discount that people could absolutely say yes with. And notice that it comes with live support. Now, what we do not want to put in here as a cash flow accelerator piece is lack of support from you. Okay, why? Does anybody have an idea of why just like throwing out a course out there and trying to sell a course is just not the best thing? Let me see, you guys are popping up in the chat. Yep, exactly, Tanya. It doesn't build a relationship. When we are inviting people to work with us, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, if you haven't been here this week, you might not remember, but 30% of the people that purchase from you will continue to work with you if you are connecting with them and creating a relationship with them, which means that even if somebody was to buy your Easy Yes offer priced at $500, they won't continue to work with you if they don't feel like there's rapport there. Right? So we want to make sure that any of these strategies at least have some sort of connection with you in a lot, either in a live group format or a live one-on-one format. Okay. Number two is what we call our irresistible offer. And typically that's priced at around $1,000. So again, it's lots of value at an amazing price. And actually this works also really, really good for people who might have purchased from you. By the way, even if somebody purchases something from you guys that might even be like $7 or $47, they are going to be 400 times more likely to continue to work with you. 400 times. Okay. So an irresistible offer, for example, was, again, in my business was the 30-day one-on-one abundance package. Regularly, it's actually now $3,000. And it came with 2 one-hour sessions plus 30 days of private Voxer access support for only $1,000. Like, holy crap. Private one-on-one support plus all of the extra brain power that you're going to be giving them, plus in between support, right? So this was an irresistible offer that I opened up, gosh, probably last spring, about a year ago, for people who I knew wanted support. Some of them were in my ecosystem already. Some of them had worked with me, some of them didn't, but I knew that this was going to be an opportunity to help them get to the next level. So even people that were inside of any of my programs that wanted my personal one-on-one support for 30 days, this was a really, really good value with them, because typically I don't offer that. right? I only pull this out every once in a while and only if I have space to work with a client one-on-one. Okay, so this is an irresistible offer. And again, it's priced at an amazing price. And then the third thing that we want to take a look at is an exclusive or a limited offer. And this typically we price between 2,000 to 3,000. It's a limited offer only for a certain number of clients for a certain period of time. Okay, that's it. We want to make sure that it's exclusive. And when we say exclusive, we mean that it is only open for, again, a period of time or for a period of number of clients or for both, right? So for example, you could say something like the next two people who book a VIP day can have the experience for only $1,997, right? So for example, a VIP day typically is a pretty high price. So 5,000, 10,000, heck, I know coaches that are charging $5,000 for 1 hour of their time. And so, but yes, and it actually is true because my coach actually just asked me if I wanted to do that with her. So these are definitely things that we want to take a look at and see, how can we offer it for a specific number of time or for limited time and also a limited number of people. Another thing that it could look like would be maybe a bundle, right? Maybe you bundle some things together that you've got going on. So one of the things that we did last year was we bundled our Launch Well on Demand program plus our Six-Figure Foundations course. And they actually got both of those programs for only $3,000, which was ridiculous because the Launch Well program is $2,500 now, and the Holistic Business Foundations program is what we used to call Six-Figure Foundations, and that was $5,000. So they're getting it at a huge, huge discount. So again, exclusive and limited time, not open all the time, not open for everyone, right? It's not like, well, I'll think about it and get back with you. Well, awesome, that's fine, but I may not be offering this again, right? So your energy has to be behind these, as these are incredible values. They are available for people when they're ready to go in now and when they're ready to say yes now. And that doesn't mean that you have to ever offer them again either. Okay, this is not part of our offer suite. It's not part of your high-end offer, your mid-tier offer, or your low-tier offer. And remember, these offers are geared towards your internal buyers list or your warm market. Okay, not cold leads. Okay, so again, guys, keep writing this down. So here's some ideas. Here's some ideas that you could do. Cash infusion options. By the way, you guys will get, those of you that are here live will get this, I promise. As a matter of fact, let me see. Where is that chat? I'm going to stop the share for just a minute and see if I can pop this in the chat for you guys right away. And that way you guys can just pull it right up. Yeah, there it is. All right. There you go. It is now in your chat, so you can grab it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lots of good stuff in there. All right, let me share my screen again. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Here we are. All right, so cash infusion options. You could do a paid workshop, 4 to 5 hours, maybe on a specific niche or topic that you do not teach, maybe inside of any of your programs or your offers, right? And again, it doesn't have to be 4 to 5 hours. I'm just giving you an option, right? Think of that as like a half-day VIP session. It could be a group. It could be, and typically these work really, really well in groups because you are teaching in a one-to-many, okay? It could be an in-person VIP day, right? That could be for a small group, or you could even do a VIP day one-on-one with somebody, okay? It could be a done-for-you service, maybe with a collaborator. That's a good one too, right? So is there something that your clients might love to have a done-for-you service, right? So maybe you're helping them to create a meal plan, or maybe you're creating a meal plan, for them, or you're helping them, with something specific. And you might want to, also offer, something with a collaborator, a private VIP day, or even a VIP day weekend. Those are really, really fun as well. Again, these are not something that we normally have in our offer suite. These are things that we open up when we've got space right? So if you were already booked out with private clients right now and you can't take any more on, then that is going to, be an issue. We're going to want to make sure that we start scaling and using your time so that you can actually bring more people into your ecosystem and not be, hitting your ceiling there. So you might want to do something more like a group. You could do a private one-on-one package for an amount of time that you don't normally offer, right? So for example, I don't normally offer 30 days with me unless you join inside of Activate Abundance Academy and you get that for free. If I have space, if I have time, if I want to, if it feels fun to me, I'll offer a 30-day option if I want to, which is really cool because you guys get to do that too, right? There's so many ways that we can do this. You could sell tickets to something that you're already delivering, right? So is there something that you're already delivering that somebody is, that you could invite people into? What might this look like? So, for example, maybe you are running a program, and you're delivering, something in a group in your program. You could actually sell tickets to that one opportunity. So, for example, in my Soul of Your Brand, right? We do a bonus Soul of Your Brand VIP day every spring and every fall. And so that is a bonus that is inside my Holistic Business Foundations program that they don't need to pay for. But that is something that I could actually sell tickets to for people who wanted to take part in it. Okay, so it's something that I'm already delivering, right? And then, so it's not going to take any more time. You're going to be there delivering it anyways, and it's valuable. And so you could sell tickets to something like that. You could do a half-day workshop and then invite somebody to continue to work with you in another offer. You could do a weekend retreat and then invite them to work with you in a way that would feel really good. Power hours are also really fun. So you could do a power hour with somebody, and that would look like helping them get support around something very, very specific with an hour, in an hour. And then maybe you invite them to have extra Voxer, which is voice messaging support, or maybe email support. Okay, just depends on what you're delivering. You could also do, which I don't have here, but you could do like a pack. Like one of the things that I offer my people is called a power pack, and they can have 3 hours of one-on-one support with me that they can use however it is that they want. So they can break it into 30 minutes, or they could use all 3 hours at one time. So they basically have a pack of time that they could use. And for my clients that are already inside of my programs, they get that as a discount. For new people that are not currently working with me, they would get that at a different price. But again, this is all dependent on what you've got time for and availability for if you want to give them a package of something. Okay. And we already talked about the 30-day VIP experience with the bonus for the first 5, right? That's what you guys get when you decide to join me inside of Activate Abundance Academy, a private 30-day VIP experience so that you can create 2 to 10K in your business within the first 30 days of your business. Like, really important to me and to our team that you get results immediately. Okay. So the other thing that we want to take a look at, if any of you guys are sitting there going, there is no freaking way that I would ever be able to offer that at that price, this is mindset. Okay. What you just saw here is all strategy, right? If your brain is telling you, oh my God, no one's going to spend $3,000 with me, no one's going to spend $500 with me. Now we're here with mindset. Okay. So if you are noticing any sort of physical discomfort in your body when you consider receiving more money, it's a powerful sign that you will also energetically repel the people that are here to work with you, and you'll actually reject this level of abundance coming to you in real life. It's one of the reasons why we have mindset support inside of all of our programs, right? This will actually put the kink in your abundance hose, right? If you physically don't feel like you are excited and it would feel like a really great exchange, and you are nervous about receiving that amount of money, then again, energetically, it can't resonate, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that meme where there's two tuning forks, and one tuning fork has got like a tennis ball attached to it, and the other tuning fork is just a tuning fork. And so they're not touching each other at all. And the guy bangs on the tuning fork that is not on the same frequency as the one with the tennis ball, and nothing happens. You just hear the sound. And then he pulls a tuning fork out that resonates same frequency as the one that the tennis ball is attached to, and he hits it, and the tennis ball bounces because it makes the tuning fork vibrate. That's what we're talking about, energetic resonance, frequency. Okay. If you are nervous about receiving the money, if you do not feel excited about the value that you're providing, you will energetically not be on the same frequency. Okay. Jessica, how can I support you? You have a question.
It's silly. But the workbook that we're working with right now,
Mhm.
where is that?
I just popped it in the chat.
I unfortunately did not.
Okay, I will send that to you later then. This was just a bonus that I'm giving you guys today that are live.
Yeah, I really love that. And I would love to have a copy. So thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Happy to send that to you for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, hang on just a minute. Let me get back to that. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any question around that. Okay, so these are going to be questions that are going to help you raise your financial ceiling. Okay, who are you when you are receiving this amount of money, right? We want to think about, gosh, what does it feel like? What does it look like when, you know, you're just like hanging out, enjoying, a cup of tea on your back deck, and you just happen to check your email, and all of a sudden there's money. Like somebody just joined. Like amazing. Like, what does it feel like? Like exciting? Does it feel confident? Does it feel certain? Like when you see yourself receiving that money, yeah. So we don't want it to be anxious because anxious is scarcity, right? So we do want it to be something that is like, how cool is that, right? And you do want to notice what you feel like in your body, right? So again, it might feel tingly. It might feel like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I wonder who it is. It might look like, noticing, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to support this person because you can see yourself impacting others in the world, right? Um, and then you also want to ask yourself, all right, what would I need to let go of in order to step into this empowered version that sees clients reaching out going, oh my gosh, I would really love to know more about what it is that you just shared. I would really like to work with you. How could I do that? Right? What is in the way? Because the only reason why people are not doing that with you right now, the only reason why you do not have clients and cash coming into your business right now is because something is in the way. Something is in the way. Either you're not taking action and you're just thinking you can kind of meditate your way to success, right? And we're not doing that. It's not magic. Manifestation is not magic, by the way. Manifestation and creation is being in the energy of abundance and seeing it as if it's already happening and feeling it as if it's already happening and taking the action to propel you to actually receive what it is that you want to receive. Okay. So feeling is always going to be the first. Feeling is the secret, by the way. What does it feel like when you're receiving it? What does it feel like when it's there? Right? What does it feel like when you forgot that you placed an order on Amazon and all of a sudden you have a package that shows up on your front door? Right? You're like, what? Oh my gosh, what did I order? Right? And then we want to have 10 empowering beliefs that you can embody as this wealthy future you, right? Beliefs, beliefs, right? So our beliefs are what is actually drawing things to us. If we do not have beliefs that support the energy of what it is that we want to have, it can't happen. Right? It can't happen. So if I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I would really love this, but it's never going to happen because it's too much money, well, that's what you're putting on 50% of the time. If that's your most dominant thought, then you will create evidence for that happening in your business. Okay. How do I know? Because that's what's happening, right? Whatever we've got going on in our business right now, whether it's abundance or lack, doesn't matter which one, you're creating it with your thoughts and your beliefs and the actions, inactions, or reactions. Okay, so we got to get through that piece. So, what are 10 empowering beliefs? And if you can't think of 10, think of three. Like, oh my gosh, it's so easy to make money. Or, oh, I can't wait. I get to see who I get to work with this week, right? Those are going to be beliefs and thoughts that allow you to continue to move forward. I have one, by the way, that I have up on my desk that I have been looking at for years now. And it says, I am positively expecting great results no matter what I see in front of me. The universe is rearranging itself for my best interest right now. How would it feel if we knew, like we knew, that it was going to work out, that nothing was broken and it was on its way? Yeah, thank you, Jessica. Ooh, yeah, that's a belief. And that's also an energy that resonates with that belief. Okay. So beliefs are going to be really, really key. Yeah, Jessica.
Sorry to interrupt. Another one that I've heard is a rhythmic sort of mantra of everything is working in my favor,
Mm-hmm.
but it's you snap or you clap or you stomp or whatever, every other thing. So it's like everything is working in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wait, everything is working in my favor. Everything is working in my favor. Everything is working in my favor. Everything is
Uh-huh.
working in my favor. So that,
Yeah.
do you feel how that
Yeah.
shifts it? And
Mm-hmm.
it was just a fun
Yeah.
one. I like that one.
Yeah, so repetition, right? Repetition builds belief, right? And so what are the beliefs that you can put on repeat that are a natural default, right? So that we can come back to over and over and over again that give us the feeling. Remember, there has to be a feeling, right? It can't just be a series of words. It actually has to feel like you are excited, that you have to feel like it's something that's actually coming in, right? And I know that this is a tricky one, you guys, because have been culturally entrained to not believe anything unless we see it, right? We have been culturally entrained that it's not true if it is not in physical form. And what I want to invite you to take a look at and to, re-imprint is that it cannot come to physical form if you don't believe it. It cannot come to physical form if you don't believe it. The only thing that you get in physical form is supportive of your beliefs, period. Right? So again, that doesn't mean that there's not strategy. Absolutely, there's strategy, but we start right with the inner game. And the inner game is what energy am I in? So what am I feeling? What am I putting on belief? My thoughts. That has to come first. Then we take action. Then we take action. Okay? Because we're not manifesting our way to success with the magic wand. That doesn't happen. All right. I would love for you guys to come off mute and let me know which one of those cash infusion options feel good to you. And I'm going to do some coaching with you guys today for the next 30 minutes to help you determine what it is that you want to offer and also who is it going to be a good fit for, right? By the way, tomorrow, you definitely come back tomorrow, you guys, because we are going to be double diving deep into where to find paying clients in any economy. Okay. So today is about, all right, what am I going to create? And action it. Make sure that you've got it written down. Make sure that you start creating something that feels good and aligns with you, right? And then we're going to take a look at where to find paying clients in any economy tomorrow. So that, look, by the end of this week, you guys, I want you walking away with some cash in your pockets. Okay? Can we all like pop in cash in the chat? Like for those of you that want cash, just like pop chat cash in there. There's no reason why you cannot be walking away with cash in your business this week. Okay? No reason. No reason. All right. Who would like some support? Cashola. Who would like support? Who wants to create a cash infusion this week? Yeah. Go ahead and raise your hand. Let me know who wants support. Don't be shy. Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is because it just says iPhone 8. And I can't hear you quite yet. Still can't hear you. Jessica, I'm going to pop that in again in the chat so that you can get that. Okay. There you go. So anybody who still needs what we're talking about, go ahead and grab that. It's in the chat. I know, isn't tech crappy sometimes? You're like, oh my God, where's that damn little button? Where's the button? I just want to like do the thing. I wish I could unmute you on my end. I would totally do that for you.
Maybe have her write it in the chat and you can like
I
try and
found it.
explain it to her maybe.
There you
Oh,
are.
okay.
I got you. You're there.
Ah,
Hi.
hi.
How are you?
Good. And I'm Cynthia, by the way. The other day it was
Oh, yes, you're Deirdre's friend, Cynthia.
yes.
Yay. Oh, I'm so glad to meet you. Okay, fantastic.
So I started a business the end of last year and Wild Magic, etc. I wanted a name that no one would assume they knew what I would do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as I expand, it would still be a good fit for me. So I wouldn't have to redo everything
Yeah, yeah.
because I had a business for a little while that I shifted out of.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of that stuff I have to let go of.
Yeah. Yeah. So your cash infusion doesn't necessarily need to be something that you've already got dialed in your program or in your business offer suite. Your cash infusion can be something that you just create, right? And you can create it based on what feels fun to you and also what is meeting a need for your clients, right? So it doesn't mean that we're like switching up our whole offer suite or anything. It's just like, you know what? I want to create cash in my business. What would be fun, right? So we definitely has to answer, something that we're actually going to want to implement. And what would be of service to help somebody get more or quicker or faster or better results?
Well, I'm not doing coaching
Hmm.
per se. I'm more of a service, healing touch for animals and animal communication
Great.
um, kind of thing. So,
Yeah. No, that's perfect, Cynthia. That's great. So again, this works for all service-based. By the way, it works for product-based too. It's just that's not my jam. My specialty is in service-based businesses because it's what I have over 30 years of experience in is the service-based business place. So healing touch with animals and also
yes,
animal communication. Why don't
yeah,
we build something like that, right? So you could actually have a healing touch session after you actually have the animal communication session with whoever it is that you want. So it could be like this beautiful little bundle, right? And then on top of those two sessions that they would get, maybe you give them access to you for a couple weeks, maybe 14 days, to ask you any questions that might arise over that time period, right? So we're creating like this beautiful little bundle for somebody who doesn't know what the heck is going on with their pet. There's something happening. And so you're going to say, you know what? Work with me. It's going to be a one-on-one thing. You're going to have the conversation so that you can tap in and help them uncover what's happening. And then you can do the healing touch session for the pet. And then you can have access for 14 days so that if there's something else that comes up, that they actually can ask you and you can kind of help them through that. How does that sound, Cynthia?
great.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah. So what would you like to price that at?
I'm not sure.
Okay, not a problem. So this is for everybody. By the way, thank you, Cynthia, for being brave, for allowing me to coach you on things that feel a little shaky and wonky, right? So whenever we look at price, we want to take a look at three different prices. What would be one price that would be like, oh my God, like that would be such an easy yes price. Like if nobody wants it, like that's that's definitely like I'm not doing anything for lower than that, but my energy is all behind it because that's like a crazy deal, right? It would be easy to actually have that come out of your mouth. You wouldn't be feeling wonky around asking somebody or telling somebody about the price. So that's our bottom price. Then we have a price that's a little bit higher than that. And that one might feel a little stretchy, like, wow, okay, that would be cool to receive. And it kind of feels a little stretchy, but also a little exciting. And then the third price is the price that I call it's in the bullshit zone because you're like, it would be freaking amazing. And I am never going to say that price. Like that is not coming out of this mouth. Like I will block, anybody coming into my world so I don't have to say that price. Okay, so what would be an easy yes price for you? And what would be one that feels a little spicy if we were to take a look at the value that they would get with you having this private animal communication session with you, and let's just say it's an hour, and then they get a healing touch session on your time, right? Because we know that healing touch doesn't necessarily have to happen in person because energy is energy and energy goes everywhere at all times, right? And then they would also be able to have access to either, and you decide whether it's in email or text or even like a voice messaging app like Voxer for 2 weeks so that you can support them. What would feel like an easy yes price? And then, yeah, for you.
Well, the 3 components, I broke it down to make it easier on my brain
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
to how much for each one. So the animal communication for 1 hour, 100.
Okay.
And then the healing touch for animals, 200. And then the access for 30 days, I was thinking maybe 200.
Okay. Great.
So the whole thing is like 500, but I would probably start offering it like, say, at 250.
Perfect. You got it. Yeah. So that's yeah, and that would feel really, really good to you. And look, this is human psychology, you guys, but people really like when things end in 7. So
Ah,
297 or 247 is what I would recommend. Okay. Now, the value of that, I just want to say, the value of that is actually a whole heck of a lot more, right?
right.
30 days of having access to you, like really,
No, 14 days.
okay, 14. Okay, you had said 30, so I was just saying
Oh,
that.
sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So typically an hour. And again, let me just do some math here for you guys because I want to give you some real numbers. Whoops. Okay. So typically, if you were, now look, the average 90-day program, and I know we talked about this when we were talking about day 2 around your high-end offer, the average 90-day program, if someone was going to work with you for 90 days, once a week, a month, is $3,000. So if we divided that by 12, then that would mean that, and I don't typically recommend that we price it like that, but if we were to take a look at that, it would be $250 for an hour of your time. Okay, so that first hour session for the annual communication, the value of that is actually 200 or more. Okay, and then your healing touch session for 200, great. And then we've got, the 14 days access that you can, take a look at. So we know the value is at least what, $500, $600. And yet you're offering it at a 50% discount for 297 or 247. How does that feel?
It's good.
Okay, great. Awesome. So you got it. There you go. You got your cash infusion, right? Now all we got to do is take a look at who do you know? Who do you know right now in your world who might be curious, who might be struggling with an issue with their pets, right? This is when we wanted to make our love list, right? So yeah, go ahead, Cynthia.
In fact, yesterday I did a animal communication for a relative of mine.
Mm,
Her cat has been having some urinary tract issues
uh-huh.
and has already been to the vets twice, and urinary tract infection and stuff. And it's like, well, I can feel why. The food is wrong. It's creating crystals, even though the cat is female, not male. Male,
Ah,
it's much more likely to happen. They're creating crystals, which is like small shards of glass.
yeah.
And that's why she is occasionally peeing with a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
And it's like, you switch the food. I recommended what I feed my cat and stuff, and that will likely turn around. So,
Amazing.
so
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So the and by the way, there are messaging templates in that workbook. Okay. Like when I say you guys are getting like an amazing deal here, like you really are. Like I typically charge $500 for the cash flow accelerator bundle. So you guys are getting messaging templates here. So Cynthia, my invitation to you is to make a love list. Who do I know who is already in my world that might be interested in having this experience with me at the 50% off, right? And then grab one of those messages and start reaching out.
And one of the things a lot of people don't think about is healing touch for animals, because we are animals, can work on humans. The healing touch, which was developed for humans,
Yep.
because their energy system is different than ours, cannot always go the opposite way
Mm. See?
without without injuring them or
Mm.
doing some harm.
Interesting. Okay, so you've got two action plans now. You've got make your love list, number one, and then grab a message that feels good to you and edit it and start reaching out. How's that sound?
Thank you so much.
Yay! Can we give Cynthia some love? Like, just like, well done. Like, she's all in now, right? And please check in with me and let me know what happens because I want to
Okay.
celebrate.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Who else wants support? I think we have time for one other. Yep. All right, Jess, let's do it. You're like, oh my God, I want me. Yay.
I wanted to actually, before I get to me, I want to just say something to Cynthia. One of my friends, her pug died yesterday
Mm.
I mean, she was taking him to the urologist today, and he just didn't make it that far. So the fact that you even offer this, I mean, I don't know if you do
Mhm.
anything with respect to grieving. Um, but if you can give me your email or some kind of contact information, and you think you might be able to help my friend, like I just,
Yeah.
it's
You
like
guys
it was one
connect.
of her babies. Before she had her son, this was her boy, like,
Yeah.
and she's
Yeah.
just devastated. And I don't know if you can maybe offer some
Okay.
healing or
If
anything.
you guys can connect offline, that would be great, Jessica, just because I want to make sure that we've got time here to
Yeah,
focus
so if
on
you just
support.
drop your stuff in there, I'll connect with you later.
Sounds good.
Thank you, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
What support do you feel that you need, Jessica?
Well, I was looking at the list, and the other day, Saturday, there was like an idea for a 6-week group beta
Mm-hmm.
online, or like some kind of thing. And I came up with an idea of like 5 to 10 people, masterclass style, because I do singing
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I was thinking of pricing it around 397,
Mm-hmm.
because it's once a week for an hour or two, fixing issues with people's repertoire, things that they're working on currently, like in real
Mm-hmm.
time in front of each other in a
Mm-hmm.
masterclass style, so that they can see growth over the time.
Love it.
Um, so like that's a good one. The other one was like a half day workshop of a similar kind of
Mm-hmm.
bent. Um, I could offer both of them actually.
Yeah, let's pick one because
Okay.
we really do want our energy focused to go all in on one. If we have two, then we actually start getting in our heads. Well, I don't know. What if they're for this? Are they for that? Or but like, so we're just going to go one and go all in
Right.
on one. Either one is fine. It's the one that feels the most exciting for you. Okay. It's the
Um,
one that feels the easiest and the most exciting for you.
Now that I saw some of these other things, I think the easiest one would be the half day workshop, like a
Okay.
VIP kind of masterclass thing.
Great. Hmm.
Um, what kind of price point do you think would be, I mean, could I put it at 197
Oh
or
yeah, totally, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So, for example, if you were going to do, like a 3 hour, 3 to 6 hour masterclass, I mean, really,
Mhm.
that's got a price tag of, a lot higher because we're only taking a certain number of people, right? So,
Right.
if you're only taking 10 people into it, right?
Yeah.
And, they're getting a specific experience and it's customized for them,
Hmm.
of course, yeah, 197, 497. I mean, again, you want to pick one of those. Probably wouldn't charge more than $500 for
No,
it
I wouldn't. I
just
would.
because it, again, depending on who it's for. But typically when we've got a group program, my clients charge 497 for a 6 week wellness program. So 6 week program group, no one-on-one calls, that's it. 497. So if you want to do like say a VIP day or an experience, somewhere between 197 and 497 for a very select, period, number of people. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because in order to actually work with the people enough to get them what they need, um, you can't have a ton of people. Not for what
Exactly.
I'm specifically doing. Um,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So yeah, so if you decided that you wanted to like, let's price it at, let's just say that the value of it is 500 and maybe you give them a 50% discount. And let's not call it a beta. I don't like that word beta. Beta sounds like you don't have your shit together. Let's call it a founder's right. Right? A beta sounds like, oh, I'm just going to practice on you. And so there's not really any value here. Right? I don't like beta. So instead, let's do a founder's rate. Like, for the first, 10 people that we're only taking 10 people. And for this go around, you guys can get it at a 50% discount and it's 247. How does that sound?
Yeah. Founders rate.
Founder's rate. Yep. Not taking any more than 10. Like that's all we got space for. So now we've got an easy yes offer and it is also, priced. So it's a irresistible offer, irresistible price, and it's a limited number of people, only 10. And then you can also, again, if you want to have a time frame around that, you could, but I don't think you would need to since you're only taking 10 people.
Right. Now, what is your recommendation regarding in person versus online?
Mhm.
In a in person, almost like a retreat day kind of a thing, um, then there's like additional cost and stuff of like where are we going to do it and all
Yep.
that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So again, simple is best. So, if you do it online, is it something that can be delivered online? If so, great. Like people can just join from the comfort of their home and you don't have to
Yeah,
rent space or food or anything like that. If you're doing it in person where you have to rent space and food and things like that, then you're going to want to increase the price
of course.
because you're going to want to make sure that you take that into consideration. So it just depends on the delivery.
Yeah.
I would do it online, Jess. I would just say, let's keep it easy.
Yeah.
Do it online. Don't worry about all the other stuff because what's going to happen is that it's going to take too long to actually implement it. If you're looking for a retreat space and what am I going to serve? Like there's just so many moving pieces on that it's just going to like put a block there. So let's just pick easy. What is the easiest to implement as soon as possible? And I think that an online experience would be the best.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Allie, yes. Okay, no problem. So yes, you do get cash flow bundle and you also get the 30 days with me. So our call starts next week. So, and we also have a chat this week too. So yes, you absolutely get the cash flow bundle. Yeah. All right. I think we've got room for one more. Who wants support? One more. Yeah, you guys got it then? If there's no questions and you guys already have your cash infusion offer and you've got the price on it and all of it's good, pop it in the chat and let me know what you're going to go with. Pop it in the chat. Let me know what you're going to go with. If you don't have it and you still have questions, go ahead and come off mute because I want you guys to action it. Remember, everybody who put cash in the chat is implementing. So what are you going to implement? Chris, are you trying to come off mute? Yeah, no, yes. Okay. Oh no, you're like, where's that damn button? Right, just like then Cynthia, we're like, ah.
So it's
Pop it
not
in
your
the chat.
phone
What's your
that's muted, it's the Zoom that's muted.
say that again, Tanya?
It's not the phone that's muted, it's the Zoom that's muted.
Oh, okay. It's not the phone that's muted. It's this. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Hi. Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah, I think I'm doing it from my phone and I don't do that very often, so
Yeah.
I'm back and forth with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the things that kind of popped up for me was doing something like a 1 hour kind of prep service where we go through like your environment and your pantry to get people ready to to really look at what they have there and what
Mhm.
they need to sort of cull and
Mhm.
what they need to sort of put into the pantry to be successful,
Yeah.
like a beginning kind of thing.
Sure. So my question around that, again, it sounds great, and I think it is great, but we just want to make sure it's actually something that they're asking for, right? Not just something that we can do, but is it something that you think that they're actually asking for? Is it solving a problem that they're asking for? Is that where they're getting stuck? Are they getting stuck because because they haven't cleaned out their pantry? If so, absolutely go all in. Say, hey, you know what? For a limited time, for the next 3 people, I'm going to be offering this pantry clean out. We're going to uncover, what are the foods that might be causing you to, that's increasing, something that they don't want, increasing your cholesterol, increasing your blood sugar. We're going to take a look at what are those things that you might have in there. We're going to call those out and we're going to come up with replacements, right? So you're going to get a list of replacements. We're going to take a look at that. You're going to have my eyeballs, my private support with that, right? So absolutely, you can do it. We just want to, again, message it in chocolate, right? Like, what is it that they want? Where are they getting stuck? If they're getting stuck because they're actually filling their pantry with foods that are causing the high cholesterol, causing the diabetes, causing the weight issues, then we want to speak to that problem, right? And message it to this could be, a problem, right? So if they want to lose weight, then we speak to that. If they want to lower their cholesterol, we go to that. If they want to lower diabetes, then we want to lead with that, not just the feature of a pantry clean out. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yeah, it does. And particularly, I'm thinking of these people. I mean, it's really whole food plant based, but these 2 folks potentially are really more these folks I'm thinking at are really in the cholesterol level. So
Okay.
I probably need to tailor it
For
a
cholesterol.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I would even say,
Like
this is what we're going to
or something.
say that
Like
again.
you like I'm sorry, I am thinking of trying to shift from what I was thinking about to something that you said, something that solves a problem for them.
Yeah. Well, again, if it solves a problem, fantastic. And you could just reach out to them also. And look, this could be something, by the way, you guys, that is with somebody that you're already working with, right? Like if you already have a client right now and you're like, you know what? I just created this new thing. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a private call. We're going to go through your pantry. We're going to take a look at, all of the things that are causing the high cholesterol. We're going to come up with a substitution list and exactly where you can find it, right? There's, again, and you could say, it's typically I charge, $500. I'm totally just making it up, like $500 for this, but because you're a client of mine, and I've got some space, I would love to, offer it for 200. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels more like taking a little time to dig a little bit more about what it is that they're struggling with and
Yeah.
find that
Yeah.
thing that would make what would resonate with them more. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you, Chris. That was awesome. By the way, you know you can Voxer me, right? And email. Like, you've got me. I'm here for you, girl. Like,
I know.
let's go. All right, everybody. We're going to pop off for today. And so we will, again, if you haven't yet, download the workbook in the chat so you can take a look at that and then come back tomorrow. Again, tomorrow at noon. This is our very, very last day. Tomorrow, we're going to be taking a look at, if you are confused about where to actually find these people, we're going to be taking a look at where to actually find them. Okay, so where to find, where your client treasure map. Okay, and final reminder that until the 28th, you actually just have until tomorrow to get the discounted rate to join me inside of Activate Abundance. We've got 2 more spots for the private 30-day one-on-one experience with me that you get for free when you join Activate. And the discount goes away tomorrow at midnight. So if you want to join, if you're ready, if you're like, yep, this is the year, I'm going all in, I want to create a 6-figure business this year, Activate Abundance Academy is going to be where you want to be, because you get the wraparound support. You get my brain with you every day, even if you want. You can reach out to me via Voxer. You get private messaging calls. You get private tech calls. You get group messaging calls. You get group tech calls. You get the whole system so you know what to do exactly. You get a quarterly one-on-one session with me to plan out exactly not only what do you do to create a cash infusion, but what are you doing to bring new people into your ecosystem, nurture them, and then invite them to work with you. So you know exactly what to do every step of the way. All right, ladies, I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a good day.